As you will have of course heard from the opening of this video, the Jaguar F-Type is easily one of the best sounding modern cars on the road, and in fact, even of all time when you count V6 engines, it is definitely one of the most dynamic, and certainly one of the best in terms of bang for buck value. Consider this for example in S form, so even more horsepower, even better performance, but still the kind of fantastic prices and value which anyone who is familiar with our collection has come to know and love. Not to mention the fact that it's also in a very rare choice of colour, a very suitable colour actually for the car. It looks fantastic in this choice of satellite grey with that very complementary mineral grey performance interior, as well as those heated sports seats as well. We'll return to the point of its interior in a second though. First things first, being an F-Type S, that means that 3-litre V6 engine, which is already certainly copious in terms of performance even in non-S form. Here though, that bumps up the horsepower to 375, bumps up the torque to 340, and as we've mentioned before, what that means in practice is that unlike your typical choice of convertible sports car, most of which you do have to push very hard to get the best out of them, they tend to do the best work in the high rev range. Think Italian sports cars for example. The difference with the Jaguar though is, as you would expect, much more so the British way. It has that low end grunt in the form of torque and that high end horsepower as well, and it perfectly hands off the baton between the two. What that means in practice is a 4.8 second 0 to 60 time, a top speed even with the roof down of 171 miles an hour. Thankfully of course this car is still equipped with a wind deflector as well, which certainly helps at those kind of high speeds, and given that this is a 2013 car which has barely covered just over 60,000 miles, well, its fantastic condition speaks for itself. You can of course see inside and out, it looks superb, and there is a good reason for that. It was originally owned by Jaguar themselves for the first 8 months of its life, and has had the same single enthusiast keeper for 11 years since then. That is the kind of dedication, the kind of love that you really do want to see for something like a high performance car, because having that unique ownership experience, they've taken care of it, they've doted on it, and certainly in the case of this one, that they have, because it has a full service history as well. It still of course comes with its original 2 keys as well, and all of this, not to mention everything else which we'll get into in a second, is for under £22,000. So for a similar price to what you could quite easily pay for an executive car or a hatchback these days, you are getting a borderline supercar, but one which, thanks to the efficiency of its engine, and of course efficiency is not the first thing to come to mind with a 170 mile an hour sports car, but bear with us because it's one of the main reasons why people do love these so much. This is genuinely a car which you can use all year round as often as you want. That is the beauty of an F-Type regardless of the engine choice, because of how versatile the platform is. Just on the point of that price though, it does of course still have the option of low deposit finance if you did want to spread out the cost. Now of course is the point where we have to switch over to its extras, because part of being an S model is not just the extra performance, it's also a higher level of kit, comfort and ease of life accessories. So in the case of this car, it has, as mentioned, those heated performance seats. It has the flat bottom sports steering wheel with of course the flappy paddle gear change if you want to use it. It's upgraded of course to Meridian sound system with auxiliary and Bluetooth capabilities, USB as well in fact. It has front and rear parking sensors with reverse camera, the aforementioned wind deflector if you do want to have the roof down on a windy day, cruise control of course, again perfect for if you do use it as a long distance motorway car, built-in navigation, as you heard at the start of the video, that active valved exhaust as well as the active driver controlled rear wing, Jaguar's own sports suspension pack, as well as of course that limited slip diff, all of which added together with some very impressive brakes and of course fantastic performance means it really is the overall package. It's not just a straight line machine which sounds good and looks good, these can actually take corners as well, which is a nice bonus when it comes to living with a sports car. To finally touch on the point of that efficiency though, as we said, it's not your first port of call when it comes to buying a sports car, but the fact that this is simultaneously a 170 mile an hour convertible which can still achieve as high as 40 miles to the gallon on the motorway, so on the one hand you have tremendous performance, but if you do want to relax, slap on the cruise control and use it as a long distance tourer, it is completely capable of that. It's not just a sports car, it's a sports car with GT sensibilities. If then you were already on the market for a Jaguar F-Type and this particular relatively unique colour choice really catches your eye with its fantastic condition and certainly superb price, then of course you could reach out regarding it via the email address shown right here on screen, or naturally give us a call on 01749 871 155 or via our mobile number of 07482 267 439.